Oo. Yan. So, spotlight naman kami, Don Ramon. And AMS. Kaming tatlo. Medyo bumabagal ang internet dito sa office, kaya hindi ko mapindot.
Yeah.
Yan. So, Jerica. So, thank you so much again for saying yes to become our guest sharer for this morning. Naniniwala kami marami na naman kaming napupulot, kaya i-ready na natin ang ating mga gadgets or ang ating mga notes para ma-take down natin at magamit natin this week ang mapapakinggan natin kay Jerica. So, Jerica, kindly share naman sa amin, when and why did you become a financial advisor?
When, June 2019, so I became a financial advisor start ng EADP program. And guys, napakaganda talaga ng EADP. So the reason why I became a financial advisor because nagkaanak ako and then naghanap talaga ako ng work. And then I met Zach, who was the financial advisor of my twin sister. Tapos, syempre iba yung dating ni Zach parang masayang-masaya na sa buhay niya. So so I was excited to try the business. And I remember Pru Life was also offering me a position. Pero yung EADP, yun yung parang first sa mga insurance companies na nag-o-offer ng basic salary / development fund. So, no-brainer na, 'di ba? Parang no-brainer, meron akong basic salary with AIA. So, yun. And then the reason why I joined Starbright also is nakita ko yung mission na parang for the glory of God. Yun talaga yung nag-stick sa akin. So, I was like, okay, this is super aligned to my goals, aligned to my values, ganyan. So, I joined AIA. Yun, June 2019.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jerica. So, I have a question pa ha. What were you doing, your occupation prior to becoming an advisor?
Prior, BDO na banker ako. So, lending officer ako doon. Tipong, yun, pag may kailangan mag-loan sa bank, kami yung magpa-present sa Mancom kung mag-loan sila or kung papa-loan sila or not. Ayan. So, syempre, I'm sure a lot of people here know na grabe ang banking hours, lalo na pag BDO. Yun. Kaya, since I had my daughter, parang it wasn't an option for me talaga to stay. Especially because I wanted to spend time with her. Tapos nung nag-AAA ako, ganoon din, joke. Long hours din. Joke. But at least, diba, hawak ko yung oras ko. 10 o'clock a.m. na sa bahay pa ako. So,
yes, oo. Flexible kasi naman yung time natin, di ba?
Oo, nakakatawa.
Go ahead.
Oo, nakakatuwa naman yung sharing ni Jerica kasi di ba pag kids love is equal to time. So because of you jumping in sa ating career as EADP advisor years ago, yun yung hindi makakalimutan ng yung baby girl. Diba? Yung nag-spend more time ka sa kanya. So nung nag-jump in ka, Jerica, from BDO going here as EADP advisor, ano naman yung mga initial challenges mo na-encounter and paano mo naman siya na-overcome?
Initial challenges would be rejections, and then yung fear na parang ano ba yung insurance, ganyan. Diba? And then, so sa rejections, I overcame it by just going to the next client, right? And yung fear of like not knowing fully kung ano like the different investment products or insurance products. Sa EADP kasi parang 14 days yun of classroom type trainings. So actually sobrang atat ko na nga magkaroon ng license nung time na yun kasi wala, gusto ko na talaga gusto ko na makabenta ganyan. So yun, how I overcame it is really trainings, and also having a positive mindset na the parang no means next opportunity. And then another challenge would be my ego na parang especially because parang my dad was saying na parang ano yun, parang agent ka lang, ganon. And then parang I shifted that na lang kasi malaki naman yung sweldo ko. And then parang I really had that mindset na parang I'm helping people, and I really didn't, it wasn't an option to go back to corporate talaga. So yeah, dito na.
Oo, naalala ko yung kwento ni Otelo, ni Steen, di ba? Parang, bakit film live? Ito yung pinag-aralan mo, mag-agent ka lang. So, iba talaga yung thinking. Ba't pag sa family mo yung, yung objection, gano'n.
Welcome to the club daw. And go to the next, sabi ni Miss Nina.
So, ayan, meron pa akong follow-up question, Jerica. What was work for you in terms of activity? And practices, of course.
Actually, sobrang na-miss ko na going to the office. Like, I feel like I succeeded talaga during my first 2 years kasi I was in an environment na lahat tumatawag. Parang lahat gusto makatulong, ganyan. So, that environment na EADP na Monday and Friday, andun sa office, tapos after ng session, tatawag, it really became a habit na makikita ako ng mga trainers. Minsan ako na lang mag-isa dun kasi tumatawag pa ako ng mga prospects. Kasi syempre, I wanted to maximize my time in the office na mapuno yung schedule ko. Ayan. So, since tapos na ang pandemic, gagawin ko na ulit yun. Wala nang excuse not to, go back to the office and like do my telephone approach. What's working now is CMS. I really like na meron akong list of prospects for the entire year na pwede kong balikan. And na merong point system. Kasi sa EADP, merong point system eh. Yun. So, nabalik yung point system niya dito. CMS. And what worked also talaga, pre-pandemic, I was calling people, telephone approach talaga, hindi lang messenger. Although now, more on messenger and messaging ako. Feeling ko parang nag-shift yung mindset ng mga tao na parang mas gusto nila na message first para hindi masyadong intrusive. But before that, na-realize ko talaga how brave I was kasi I was calling people na parang wala lang sa time ng meeting. Parang wala lang talaga. Parang it was so natural to me. And what worked, I dissected my clients. So 56% of my clients are from friends and family, pero I had to approach them. Tapos, 39% would be from referrals. So, super, super important talaga asking for referrals. I think it was easier for me to ask for referrals or to get referrals kung face-to-face. Kasi, ewan ko, baka mas bilib yung mga tao sa presentation kung face-to-face. Yan. And then, since meron akong online presence, maliit lang siya kasi syempre I'm starting din palang din man. 4% of my clients approached me. Ayan, online. So, yun.
Nakakatuwa yung sharing ni Jerica, di ba? So, sabi dito, not bad, 4%. Oo nga, ilan yon compared sa total na clients. It's a great start. Tsaka nakakatuwa yung sharing ni Jerica kasi sinasabi dito talaga na environment affects behavior. So, nung nag-start, di ba, nakatulong sa kanya yung sa pagpasok sa office or yung energy na lahat nagtatawag, di ba, katulad yung ginagawa natin dito, virtually or hybrid for now, and then yung calling pa din, na hindi siya totally nawawala, even if, nung sabi niya, nag-transition na siya sa messaging, and then tsaka yung iba na possible or available to take a call, ginagawa rin niya. Yan. So, Jerica, meron ka mga ano dito, mga fans club. Sabi, yung mga nare-reject daw pala ng parents, nagiging MDRT, kaya nga sabi ni Don Ramon, mga papa, paki-reject nga po ako. At dahil dyan sa CMS mo and syempre sa personal record mo, so ito yung tinatawag na client clustering sa Limra PFA na dito alam mo na 39% came from referrals and then 61% from natural market. Tapos in the future, dadami na rin yung mga referral part at mga iba pang makikilala din para dyan. Yan, tawang-tawa si Otelo, so napakalaki nung nakatay. So this time naman, Jerica, kwentuhan mo naman kami, ano naman yung mga profiles ng mga clients mo?
So, well, if based sa age, 80%, ito sobrang nag-work talaga yung Pareto principle, 80% are 25 to 35 years old. So, actually, yung mga cases ng mga nitong 80% na to, it really ranges talaga. But most are, yung ANP would be about mga 60,000 to 80 to 90,000. And most are my friends na and batchmates ko from Ateneo or batchmates ko from other schools ganyan. And yun, ang nakakatuwa kasi nag-grow yung income nila. So parang I'm super excited also na, you know, pag sila na yung next na VIP na business owners, ganyan, they started with me. Diba? So most of my clients, 80%, 25 to 35 years old. And then 10% would be 36 to 45 na parang early parents. And yung mga plans nila sa akin, kasi nagugulat ako, meron pa rin talaga dun sa age range na yun na walang insurance eh. So, yun, mga early parents na naliliitan sa, buta na lang alam nila na maliit yung 1 million na fees amount. Yung mga nasa 25 to 35, parang kontento na sila minsan sa ganong fees amount eh. Pero pag umakyat na ng age bracket, doon na meron na silang awareness most. And then 7% would be 46 to 55 years old. So most nito pandagdag lang ng insurance nila or insurance for their kids. And then 3% sa 56 to 65 years old. Yan. And then yung mga online inquiries ko medyo nasa class C, but most of my clients talaga are class A and B. And 64% are females. Kaya yung sa online presence ko, nakalagay doon na I help female entrepreneurs or mompreneurs transform their lives and their business. So, yun, nag-help din yun to attract mommies like myself. Yan.
Kasi mas nakaka-relate si Jerica, di ba? Pag pareha silang mommies, mas iba yung dating pag nagko-close siya ng gano'n. Anyway, may isa pa akong question, Jerica. How do you approach to set a meeting? So baka pwede natin i-share sa...
Right. So, pag pre-pandemic telephone approach, is in call talaga. And then, kung referrals, tas binigay yung number, syempre call na. But when pandemic happened, parang I softened the market through social media and then direct message. And then kahit direct message or call, my one and only spiel is, I'm Jerica David. You were referred by or kinakamusta ko ganyan. And then I'll say, I want to show you what I do for my clients as an advisor. Yun lang. As in, walang kupas. Yun talaga.
Yes, oo. Be yourself lang naman to chat or call clients eh. Kasi mararamdaman nila yung parang kang robot na may script, di ba? So if you're parang be yourself, paano ka mag-approach sa client? Isa lalabas at lalabas yung natural way.
Yun, ganun lang talaga. I wanna show you what I do for my clients. Kasi parang vague pa eh. What do you do for your clients? Ayun, so I help them with their investments and insurances, ganyan. And then yung next question ko would be not about the business. Parang kamusta ka na? Ayun, hanggang pumayag. Hanggang pumayag na
No.
pag-meeting.
Nung sinend mo yung Jerica, yung first spiel mo, di ba? I wanna show you how I serve my clients or what I do to my clients. Sinesend, isa pa lang yon. So hindi mo na muna sinusundan ng next message. Kaya sabi mo kanina may pabitin effect pa muna.
Actually, sinusoften ko muna yung, kasi pag may nag-review ng story ko, di ba makikita mo kung sino yung review ng story. Tapos message ko yung mga tao na nag-review ng story ko na, kamusta? Ganon. Or pag wala ako sa mood kamusta, sinasabi ko na lang na, hi! Or pag hindi ko talaga siya kilala totally, direct to the point na ako na parang, I'm Jerica, you might have seen my posts. I specialize in investments, ganyan. Tapos, I'd love to show you what I do for my clients. Ganun.
Nice. So may nadagdagan tayong learning ngayon, Karin. So kung may natutunan na kayong maraming piraso or nuggets para sa sharing ngayon ni Jerica, kindly type naman exclamation point sa chat box. So ngayon, di ba, pag lahat ng mga viewers natin sa stories, so i-PPM natin isa-isa, depende sa mood mo. Sapat pag hindi kilala, direct to the point na. Ayan. So Jerica, yun, tingnan mo, nakita nung maapaw yung ating mga exclamation points dyan. So kung yun naman yung way mo in terms of approaching clients, how do you usually conduct naman yung meetings mo or presentations?
Okay, so baka magalit si Tita Nina kasi sobrang tagal ko mag-meeting kasi ang daldal ko. I usually just stick to the IPOS. Parang getting to know for like, okay, minsan naman sinushorten ko, syempre I ask, how much time do I have with you? Ganyan. So, kung anytime, siguro 1 hour yung chika. Pero kung short lang, kung 1 hour, siguro mga 15 minutes, ganyan. And hindi naman nawawala yung chika kahit fact-finding na eh. So, yun. And then, meron akong, yun, I usually just stick to the IPOS. Pero, pag referral, for example, na high net worth, tapos alam na gusto na estate planning, meron akong presentation. So, siguro I'll share that kung tapos later after your questions. But, sa totoo lang, sobrang ganda na ng guide questions sa IPOS eh. Parang, lalo na kung, since yung age range, I mean, yung clients that I mostly handle are 25 to 35. Parang hindi ko pa yan masyado pinipitchan ng estate planning or ng business insurance. And minsan, yung mga nag-approach sa akin or yung mga friends ko na marami din kasi akong friends na nag-i-invest on their own. So, meron akong presentation that really just specializes on healthcare funding and lifestyle continuity. So, yun.
Nakakatuwa naman yung sharing ni Jerica. Talagang different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, iba talaga.
Tapos, iba-ibang atake. So, Jerica, dun sa IPOS pala, is that yung sharing mo, yung SYG or setting your goals na ginagamit?
Correct. Yun. Para alam ko na kung ano sweldo nila. Nakakatuwa. Ang daming andun na lahat eh. Diba?
Oo, ang ganda sa IPOS.
Ayan. So para sa mga bago nating mga advisors dyan, so we can maximize yung ating IPOS. Nandun na lahat sa SYG or setting your goals, yung mga guide questions. And even Neil, di ba, nagbago siya ng presentation niya at sinimulan na rin paggamit nung SYG na form as part of knowing your customer or client.
Kasi
so parang fill upan mo rin eh.
Yes. Doon pa lang sa question, marami ka na mabubuo eh. Actually, sa KYC, parang
goals pa lang eh.
Yes, goals pa lang eh. Para hindi rin redundant, paulit-ulit yung tanong natin sa client, di ba? So, may isa pa akong question, Jerica, what are the objections you usually encounter? Para at least ma-update naman yung mga ating mga rookie na normal pala yun ng mga objection.
Marami. Parang may insurance na ako. or no budget. No budget, and usually no budget, no urgency. Yun yung number one. No urgency, lalo na pag 25 to 35. Yun. So how do I address that? Pag no urgency, well, yung mga stories, I address it through stories. Or tinatanong ko sa kanila, so when do you think this would be important or this could be your priority? Actually, kasi yung no urgency, medyo na-address siya kasi yung first na tanong ko pa lang is, what do you want to address today? Diba dun sa IPOS na parang, according to our studies, like single professional like yourself or full nester like yourself have these goals. So what would be your top two, ganyan? And then I recall, parang ni-recall ko lang, kala ko ba, I thought you mentioned this is your priority, right? So yun, priority nga pala nila. So medyo na-address yung no urgency. No budget. I really do financial planning. Parang dinadissect namin, lalo na pag no budget, kasi yun yung pinaka parang BS na objection eh. So yun, parang tinatanong ko, so what's the percentage of your income goes to your day-to-day expenses? Ganyan. Tapos sasabihin mga 50%. And then I'll ask, nasa na yung 50%? Like, so, because like, I see na parang, okay, I really want to help you. So, let's direct your income where you want it to go. Diba? So, kung 50% lang sa expenses, saan napupunta yung iba? Yun.
Yan, so nakakatuwa talaga yung ano, di ba? Yung aasinan yung sugat. Kasi nang dahil doon, makakapag-create, at saka syempre makakapag-create din siya ng urgency. And most people, especially yung mga dito sa age range nga na nakakausap ni Jerica na 25 to 35, hindi alam kung saan siya napupunta. But with them, di ba, using the flashlight of awareness, so makikita nila mismo talaga na kung saan ito napupunta. Baka hindi lang din sila alam kasi syempre, naging part na ng habit nila yon.
Yes, yung parang 2 years lagi naka-plan sa phone na pwede na palang liitan, di ba? Yung nila. Talaga, yes, iniisa-isa. Doon nakikita minsan pag tayo na parang nagko-compute tayo ng mga budgeting nila. Budgeting ang may kita mo ang dami-dami pa palang pwedeng parang i-shrink, no, na para magkaroon ng budget for the plan.
Yan. So, Jerica, final question. Para tayo Miss Universe. Oh. Pareho pa tayo dyan. So, what advice would you like to share sa ating new or tenured advisors? Mga 1 to 2 advices.
Sige. After nung advice, meron akong parang short na presentation na I wanted to share. Kasi kakaya daming tenure dito eh. So I wanted to add value, at least some. For the newbies, I think what really worked for me is first, like having self-confidence with myself na parang kaya ko yan, or like parang rejection is like wala lang. Parang okay lang yan. Hindi ako mamamatay. That. And then asking your friends if they could meet with their parents, especially for like estate planning or lifestyle continuity. So yun, if I could share my screen, this is something that I've been doing with my 25 to 35-year-old clients kasi nakatira sila dito sa Manila eh. So, pag yung property nila nandito sa Manila, siguro mahina yung 20 million na value ng property nila. So, meron talagang estate tax. So, can I share my screen? Is it okay?
Yan, pwede.
Ayan. So, hindi to original. Like, Papa Tells, nakuha ko to from Sir Boy or Sir Boy during Cash 101. Pero, syempre, I wanted to change it to my own presentation na align sa brand ko. Ayan. So, anyone here, narinig nyo na yung tax-sheltered investment account? Meron ba dyan? Siyempre, from Sir Boy, if you attend Cash 101, narinig nyo na siguro to. Wala pa. Wala pa? Joke.
Narinig niyo na ba to?
Anyway.
Please type Y. Yeah.
If narinig nyo na,
Mhm.
parang not
Ay,
yet.
not yet. O, di ba? O, ito na kasi
Yan.
makakapag-add value ka pa. Oh, yan.
Yes.
Y. See.
So, Sir Boy said, never ask your client to get a life insurance for their estate or for their estate tax. Ask them to diversify a part of their income or a part of their assets into a tax-sheltered investment account. Ayan. So, ano lang to, parang another way of saying life insurance, but it's called a tax-sheltered investment account. And ayan, so basically it's for estate planning. And the initial questions that you ask your client, or I ask my client, is how much is your estate? And how large of an estate should you create, or estate tax planning should you create? What tax bracket and schedule should you get into? So later I'll be showing ko ano ba yung mga previous tax percentage dito sa Philippines, and what is the best manner in which to arrange it. Kasi syempre there are different options in transferring assets, diba? So yan, preparing for estate tax. So a person is lucky if you were to die today at 6% tax bracket. Syempre, parang compelling yun na parang a person is lucky if you were to die today. And the reason is because mababa yung tax bracket at 6%. But the risk is it can change in the next administration. So during the previous administration, it was dependent on how much estate you have, right? But for this administration, ginawa nila across the board the 6% with 5 million allowable standard deduction and 10 million for family home, right? But before, it can reach up to 60% depending on your tax bracket, depending on your assets, your assets. So now, if you're going to die today at 50 million assets, basis lang ng 50 million kasi syempre, yun nga, pag nakatira dito sa Manila, ano pa lang, siguro land pa lang, ano na yan eh, mga 20 million na yan eh. Of course, depende. But if someone was to die today at 6% tax bracket, 2.1 million yung estate tax due. And if their assets or their company grows at 7% per year, in 10 years, that 50 million would grow up to 98 million. Or yung magiging valuation, or yung growth ng asset niya na 50 million would be about 98 million. Or for example purposes, 100 million in assets. So how much estate tax do you need to pay? Or how much estate tax can we prepare for, should we prepare for, if you have 50 million in assets and assuming after 10 years it grows at 7%, at 6%, we can prepare for 5.1 million in estate tax. Yeah, in estate tax. But if the tax rate is at 10%, we need to prepare for 8.5 million. If it's at 15%, we need to prepare 12.7 million. And if it's at 20%, we need to prepare 17 million just to pay for, or just to settle your estate tax dues. So how can I help you? How we can work together? So yun, if you're not going to die today and you have like 50 million in assets, we can open a tax sheltered investment account, diversify a small part of your asset, or allocate a percentage of your earnings of your asset to a TSIA or a tax sheltered investment account so that we can create an additional liquid asset to pay for estate tax. So what I would suggest really, para hindi tayo ma-GG kahit tumaas or kahit mag-change ang tax bracket, is to prepare for a 20% na tax in case the government or the administration changes its tax schedule. Kasi yung 6%, siguro amnesty lang, parang never mind. Basta mabait lang yung government during this time at 6%. But we'll never really know. So it's best to, tatanong ko syempre yung client na parang, what do you think? Diba? What do you think, to prepare for the worst or prepare for the best? Right? And we're only diversifying a small part of your asset. Diba? Ayun. So, yun lang, consequences if estate tax is not paid on time. If 1 year from death, meron ng 25% na penalty. And then, yan. So, pinapakita ko lang to. And then, ayan. Kasi minsan, syempre sinasend ko to sa clients after. Tapos, yun lang.
Wow, di ba may libre pa tayong sharing about the use of tax-sheltered investment account
ganda
instead
nun,
of
ganda.
inviting them to get insurance kung ganung purpose. Di ba? Yung last question pala dito, Jerica, may binibiro ka ni Argel. What's GG daw? Yeah.
Yun nga yung question ko din kanina.
Di ba it's
Sorry
good
nga,
game?
natawa ako. Ako din.
Di ba? May additional learning pa tayo. Oo.
Alam ko lang na G is game. Good game. May good
Good
game
game.
pala.
Good game. Yan. Di ba? Sabi nga ni Miss
Okay.
Eva, itatanong niya rin daw dapat yun eh.
Alam ko na fish.
Yan sabi ni Ams, I like the projection that the company may grow by 7% yearly. Yan. So marami tayong mga natutunan ngayon. So kung natuto tayo kay Jerica, please type 1 on the chat box. And yung mga iba, you may also type sa chat box yung biggest learning natin. And with that, so let's give a virtual clap to Jerica for sharing. Diba? Kung gusto natin balikan yung sharing niya kanina hanggang dun sa patikim ng estate tax or estate planning, is visit yung ating Starbright YouTube channel this weekend pag na-upload na ni Ams. So, thank you so much, Jerica.
Thank you, Jerica.
Thank you.
Beshika, and what's next?
Yun, tawag dito, breakout room. No, mag-breakout room.